Hello, welcome to another video, and here I'm looking at new articles shared in my website, and I will pick one to read it, and we will try to understand together, making figures. Some of the articles or links have nothing to do with psychiatry anyway. Let's choose this one, or let's choose this one. So it is published in Frontier Scene. It's quite popular website that people share articles, and they have like many journals in many fields, I guess, like psychology, physics, biology, or genetics. So they must make quite a lot of money from this. So there are two authors of this article and published its mini review article. So can we see all the article? I think, yeah, it's not that mini, but it's not that. So I think when people are bored of writing review and they realize that is not that good like they expected, then they suddenly change it to mini review. Seems quite interesting topic. Visual working memory for faces and facial expressions as a useful tool for understanding social and affective cognition. So, as you know, face memory is different than other types of memories, and like in our brain there is a structure that structures that recognize faces, and it is not really like one by one recognized, like nose is there, like eyes are red or something. So it's different, and it it should it should be related to visual working memory as well. And let's read the article. Visual working memory is one of the most investigated cognitive systems, functioning as a hub between low and high level processes. One of the most investigated, so I think that's true because working memory is quite popular and scales commonly investigate this. Remarkably, its role in human cognitive architecture makes it a stage of crucial importance for the study of socio-affective cognition, also in relation with psychopathologies such as anxiety. Among socio-affective stimuli, faces occupy a place of first importance. So in terms of social skills, I think it's quite important. How faces and facial expressions are encoded and maintained in visual working memory is the focus of this review. That is quite interesting. Within the main theoretical visual working memory models we will review, or so something like that. So let's read the article, so we will see what they have mentioned in there. Faces are preprocessed in a unique fashion starting from initial perceptual stage. The domain-specific approach sustains that face processing is carried out in specialized modules. So I think that modules also also give feeling that the person is attractive or unattractive or beautiful or trustworthy or different aspects. Contrarily, the domain general approach considers common mechanisms that may operate on face and non-facial stimuli as well. In this perspective, the main factor leading to different processing per face compared to non-facial stimuli is substantial visual expertise for the former. So this is interesting. For example, if we perceive faces differently, then if you design a logo, for example, you can make your logo look like face, or you know that you have to include some humans in the advertisement, and then it will attract more people instead of other types of using other types of non-human advertisement. I don't think it has something to do with this article. This debate aside, face seems to be characterized by distinctive processing from early stage and supported by specific brain areas. So it was published like 21 years ago. Distinctive processing from early stage and supported by specific brain areas that may at least in part explain how faces are represented in visual working memory also when compared to non-facial stimuli. Visual working memory is a core cognitive system defined by a limited space in terms of capacity in which visual information is temporarily stored and manipulated for further processing. It's important to define it, and this way it can be considered as a form of mental workspace. One important dispute regards visual working memory storage organization in relation to memory item feature. When dealing with visually complex items, like Chinese characters, a particular class of model seems relevant. Flexible resource models, as opposed to discrete resolution models, propose that a limited pool of memory resources can be allocated in a continuous fashion. So it's well known that it has a limited capacity. So it seems it's quite an interesting article, and let's read the conclusion part because I don't want to keep my videos going, and if you want to read it you can find and read it by searching its title. So I'm looking for some conclusion sentence. The theory proposes two stages of processing with neural bases on distinct parts of IPC that is supposed to be also the CDA generator, where the second stage regards a detailed visual encoding of relevant objects. Integrating this neural measure in standard behavioral studies and focusing on resolution besides capacity could be useful for finally comparing representations of different socially relevant information. So it seems to be interesting article, and so in summary, it's interesting that faces are recognized differently, and visual working memory has something to do with it. And if we read this article further, then we will see how they're linked, how they're associated each other. And thanks for watching this video, and please do not forget to check my website to read articles, and if you comment if you comment the articles, then I will be happy. Have a beautiful day. Bye bye.